With a new update in KVK 2, we have now two epic siege commanders that we can use. But a question that was asked a lot of times, who should be the primary? Is it Catherine or Narcissus? In this video, we will find out. I have been asked quite a few times on who should be the primary for the new epic commanders. Is it Catherine or is it Narcissus? So today, I put them to the test to see which one is better. For this test, I used Catherine primary with Narcissus as the secondary, and also with Narcissus as the primary and Catherine as the secondary, versus another Catherine Narcissus siege march, and another one versus an Alex Furious with a distance, since this is the scenario on how your siege march will work, and not like this. And also for this test, I did not use any equipment and armament, although I did V formation to use the siege tower. So for the first test, it's siege tower versus a siege tower, and with Catherine as the primary. And we got a 255% ratio with 116,780 kill points, and with 4,595 severely wounded troops. And I've run again 2 more tries to see some consistencies with the result. And it was close as we got 250% and 253% ratio, with kill points of 114,500 and 117,000. And the amount of severely wounded troops is at around 4,600. Next, we did a Nurses primary with Catherine as the secondary, with the same opponent. And the result that we got is 279% ratio, which is a bit higher than what we got from the Catherine primary, and with 131,790 kill points and 4,738 severely wounded troops. And of course, we also did 2 more tries here to see some consistencies with the result. And we got 285% and 277% ratio, which is pretty close, and with all of the reports, which is better than the Catherine primary. The kill points is at 135,000 and 133,700, with severely wounded troops of 4,700 and 4,800. Clearly, with Siege Tower versus another Siege Tower, Narcissus wins as the primary. But how about in the scenario that our siege marches is not getting hit at all, which is how it should really be. So again, it's Catherine as the primary and Narcissus as the secondary, versus a march that we can freely hit. In this test, we got 216% ratio with 74,480 kill points and 3,460 severely wounded troops. So for some consistencies, we ran this march again twice, in which we got a 219% and 215%, which is almost the same as the first one, with 75,000 kill points and 3,437 severely wounded on the second one, and 74,250 kill points and 3,456 severely wounded with the third one, which are all close to each other. Next, it's time for the Narcissus as the primary and Catherine as the secondary, versus the same exact march that we did earlier. And this time, we got 122% ratio with 82,000 kill points and 3,710 severely wounded troops. So the kill point ratio for this one are really close, but we obviously got the higher kill points this time and also with the higher severely wounded troops. So I tested again if this result will be consistent. The second one, we got 218% ratio with 80,350 kill points and 3,686 severely wounded. It also has a higher kill points gain and also a higher severely wounded. So for the third time, we got another 222% ratio with 82,000 kill points and 3,697 severely wounded troops. So with this test, we got a pretty consistent result. Even though kill points ratio are really close, with Narses as the primary, we got more kill points and also a higher severely wounded. So with that, Narses primary will get us more kill points but with a higher healing cost. The results are really close and both have a pros and cons at the same time. Although I noticed something with these reports. Narses primary actually have way more remaining troops with around 46,000 versus Catherine as the primary with only 38,000. And that is because of Narses healing in the talent tree. And in the long run, Narses primary will bring us more kill points if that is the case. But again, with the cost of more resources for healing. So for the third test, we tried to get our Siege March get attacked by a March, and it's not really good. And this should never happen if you ever run a Siege March. It's actually close with Catherine primary winning by a really small margin. Again, this kind of scenario should never happen for our Siege March. So that was it for this test and it was really close with Narses primary winning with more kill points gained but at the cost of more resources. Meanwhile, Catherine primary will have lesser healing cost but also with lesser kill points gained. And just like what I said earlier, if you have no problem for resources, you should run a Narses primary and Catherine as the secondary. Thank you for watching and see you for the next one.